Welcome back to the channel for another video on a 22 WRX. As you can see, this is not my car. This is actually a local subscriber that reached out to me. He's actually getting a Protune at Felix Performance on Friday. So today is Tuesday. So we have just a few days to get this car ready. We have a couple goodies behind us. We're gonna go over that in just a few minutes. But we need to get this car ready for a Protune session at Felix Performance. We are going to be doing a Mishimoto intake, ETS intercooler, and charge pipe setup. So back over here, we can look at some parts. We're going to break this up into two little videos. We have our ETS intercooler and our charge pipe with a Perrin pitch stop. So we're going to get all this stuff installed today, right now on this video. Then following the video of this install, we'll have a separate video just for this Mishimoto intake, and then we will top it off with a Cobb access port. It is already preloaded with a bass tune from Dman at Felix. So we will get everything hooked up on this. So stay tuned. Enough talking. Let's get to this. Let's go. All right, so to start off this install, we're first going to get the intercooler taken off, and then we're going to work our way down and get our charge pipe taken off, and we'll put all of our ETS goodies on. So to take this intercooler off, it's just a few bolts. We have 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we can get the whole intercooler out, and then we'll just unclip it from here. And we should just be able to slip the whole thing out in one piece. All right, so we got that stock intercooler out. Did taking these two additional off just to take that bracket off completely. And then it literally just slipped right out once you got this pulled out, this little clip. As you can see, I just used a little flathead to pop it up. So I guess while we're here, we're just gonna get this Perrin pitch stop installed real quick. We got 2 bolts, one here and one here. So we'll get both those taken out and get it swapped out real quick. Just so you get a better view. This is what we're talking about here with the pitch stop. We got a nut and bolt here, and then just a bolt on this side. The nut is actually welded on this side. So it's just a bolt and then a nut and bolt here. With the stock one out, our nice new Perrin one is ready to go in. The Perrin pitch stop installed. Next we're going to work on is this charge pipe. So first we're going to get these two taken off. Then we're going to get the fan pulled off. There are 3 clips to get the fan pulled off, and then 2 10 mils right on top. So let's get that started right now. All right, so with the fan and intake duct removed, you can see we had 1, 2, and the third one's right there. 3 clips removed, 2 10 mils, and this thing just came right out. So the stock charge pipe, we have 1 little bolt right here, and then we have the same clip style that's up here. So we just pull this clip out, and this whole unit should come out. Once we get everything out, we'll compare the stock stuff and the ETS stuff, and we'll go from there. So let's get this taken off. All right, so we have everything taken off now. You can see our stock intercooler, our stock charge pipe. You can see how much it bottlenecks right there compared to the ETS. And one of the things I love about the ETS is that it does retain the stock mounting point. And they do supply a new bolt for you. So if you do end up dropping this or losing it, they do have a new one for you. They do have, this is like the adapter that clips over to the turbo. So we will need to take the O-ring out of the inside and just transfer that to this groove, and then take that clip and clip it on. So we'll get all that prepped and put it on the car. And then we'll get the charge pipe and everything mounted and bolted on. And then we're going to end up taking this coupler off here because they supplied a new one for us that we can connect to that. And then on the stock intercooler, let's get this flipped around. There's also a little gasket in here that we're going to have to transfer to the new ETS core. And then we just have 3 bolts here. We're going to take this off. It does have an O-ring, so we're just going to reuse that. And we're just going to transfer this charge pipe over to the ETS unit. Same thing with these little rubber grommets. We'll get those transferred over too, and we'll get all this stuff put in. And there you have it. We have the ETS charge pipe loosely installed. I love that they have this this bracket right here, so there is no guessing on how far it needs to go on the connector or anything. Just bolt it on here, and feeling the pipe here, it's like it is perfect, and there's no wiggle or anything. This thing is bolted to the engine. It is not moving, so there is no chance that this thing is going to slip off the coupler or anything. Once we get this intercooler bolted on, I'm sure it's going to feel the same thing with it actually bolted on. There's going to be no wiggle in this, and it's just going to be a perfect connection. So let me get this last bolt tightened up for our T-bolt clamp, and then we'll work on getting our ETS core put on. So everything's all buttoned up like nothing ever happened. We have our intake scoop back on, ETS charge pipe is installed, clamps are tight, everything is tight. So on to the big reveal. Let's get this pulled off and check out what it looks like. And bam, there you go. This is the ETS Gold anodized with the stencil. It looks really good, very shiny. Definitely like what he's trying to do. We have the gold wheels and we have the gold intercooler, all ETS matching. Next episode, we're going to get this intake put on. The intake that we have, unfortunately, isn't an ETS one, but it is a Mishimoto one. It is pretty cool. I haven't really seen too many installs on it. That's why I wanted to make a dedicated install video for that. I do like how it does have a clear open box so you can see the filter. But we'll get more into that in the next episode. But concentrating on the ETS stuff, everything fit perfect. We got the gasket transferred over for the throttle body and for the turbo coupler all the way down there. I double checked everything. Everything is tight. There are no leaks. So as far as the intercooler and charge pipe setup, this car is good to go for the Protune. But that's all I got for you guys on this episode. We got the ETS goodies put on, charge pipe and intercooler. The next episode, we'll tackle the intake. Until next time, see you guys.